Jon Jones is picking on my best friend Tom Aspinall, and I won't stand for it. He's calling him a quitter. He's saying he's a one-trick pony, how terrible he was against Cyril Gane. He's also begging Dana White for a chance to apologize to him face-to-face. Because please, 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 Dana, get me on that White House card, please. Please, bro. I feel great. He's begging Dana White to make an apology to him. He's going off. He's saying all sorts. He just quits. Aspinall just quits immediately. Couldn't see after being eye-poked. Title on the line. Just go back out there, dude. Easy for a Jones to say. Eye-pokes nearly every fucking opponent and has won a lot of fights from doing that, by the way. Eye-poking people and then defeating them. Fucking pisses me off, dude. So we're going to go through some things that Jon Jones said in these videos, including initially his reaction to the Cyril Gane fight. I'm going to play it all the way through with a look of disgust on my face, and then I'm going to chime in afterwards.
I feel as Tom's a great athlete, but I do feel like he's a one-trick pony.
Talk to me about what you saw in his fight with Gane. I mean, because Gane looked like he was controlling the fight.
With Cyril Gane?
Yeah.
I believe that his wrestling and jiu-jitsu is incredibly overrated.
I'm going to have to pause it because they have to play a fucking song like that in the background. I'm going to have to pause my way through it and give it each and every single thing. Because everyone can't fucking help. These NPC little cretins can't help but put in fucking music over the top of their clips. Like, we can't just listen to something being said. Like, everything's the most badass thing ever. Being said ever. It just needs this epic background music. Sorry.
I feel as Tom's a great athlete, but I do...
He is. It's true.
I feel like he's a one-trick pony.
And that one trick, this needs to be mentioned, that one trick is destroying every opponent put in front of him. He blew his leg out a bit against Curtis Blade, had an injury going into that fight. Okay? John, you wouldn't even take on a fighter that was put in on short notice against you in Chael fucking Sonnen. A middleweight, by the way. You ended up beating him anyway, I understand. But this is Tom Aspinall. His one trick is destroying heavyweights and making easy work of them. It's a pretty good fucking trick, dude. You should try knocking out an opponent in round one ever in your career. It's fun, dude. I know he's ground and pounded some earlier guys on the lower level as he was maybe coming up in the sport, but still. It's such an easy one trick. It's just a one trick that he does. You should try it, dude. It's fucking fun. You should try it instead of taking Anthony Smith 5 rounds. Just one trick pony him out there in the first round. If it's so fucking easy. You should have done that to Reyes while he was beating you. And beat you in that fight. By decision. You should have gone to that one trick pony approach and just destroyed him in a round. That would have been a great idea in my opinion.
To me about what you saw in his fight with Gane. I mean, because Gane looked like he was controlling the fight.
With Cyril Gane?
Just fucking up by 3 strikes gave him a... I've rewatched the fight so many times. Up by 3 strikes. He was ahead. Up by 3 strikes. I've watched the fight back so many times. Gane landed some good jabs, probably about 4 of them, solid jabs. Some shots to the body. Left hands, 2 of them. Other than that, he was a bit flicky and tappy with the oblique kick. Tom landed good low kicks. A head kick landed around the guard. A right hook landed around the guard. A right hand landed, a straight right hand. A big stepping knee to the body. Listen, I'm not denying that Tom was behind in that round. Even visible damage rule. Even if it was more narrow in terms of the strikes overall that were landed. Visible damage, he's got a bloody nose. He's got a nosebleed. The round goes to Cyril Gane. If Tom didn't do something big at the end of that round or have like a really good exchange or 2 in the last 30 seconds, it's a Cyril Gane round. He was just well in control, dude. Gane was just in full control, dude. Complete control. As Reyes was for the first 3 rounds against Jones.
Yeah.
I believe that his wrestling and jiu-jitsu is incredibly overrated.
He failed a takedown. Everyone else he's taken down has been immediately finished. I know he's fought some low-level guys before, but we're talking like Volkov. We saw how Jailton Almeida was unable to pull off anything against him. Anything in terms of anywhere near finishing Volkov on the ground. Aspinall took him down and beat him up immediately with elbows. Then the next time he got him down, immediately subbed him with an arm lock. Straight away. Second he got down, I know it's Arlovsky, but second he got him down, immediate sub. Is he too good for his own? Has he been too good for his own good? That might be the big problem here. He failed a takedown, John. Let's talk failed takedowns. You failed your first 7 against Dominic Reyes. You got your last 2. You did nothing but fail takedowns for the first 3 rounds. While Reyes was, listen, if we're taking 3 strikes ahead for Gane, saying that he was just well in control, dude, he was dominating Aspinall, as a lot of people were saying. Imagine what Reyes must have been doing to Jones when it was up by 6 in round 1 on a lower output for both. Up by 11 in round 2. Landing a third more strikes, or not a third, but double. An increase of 50%. Landing at 150% the rate that Jones was. 26-19, these are all wider margins than the domination. The absolute domination that Gane was putting on Tom Aspinall by being up by 3 strikes. This hurts me every time I look at it, by the way. Because I know what a fight we all watched. Even in round 4, when he was behind here, he wobbled Jones at the start of round 4, if you rewatch it. Stung him with a straight left hand and wobbled Jones against the cage. So he even landed a more meaningful shot in that round. But Jones got a takedown that did nothing in that round and landed some strikes more than Dominic Reyes. So it's just easy to score, guys. And then got the scorecard 4-1 Jones. So not only did Reyes not get all of these rounds, he got 2 of them scored against him by a judge. Unanimous decision, by the way. Hurts me every time I see it. So, sorry Aspinall failed a takedown. Sorry you happened to take this guy 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And had a bloody nose. Imagine how and I say this, imagine how unbearable he would be if Tom had actually lost and got KO'd or finished. Or lost a clear decision, 5-0, 4-1, 3-2. Imagine how fucking unbearable he would be. Fucking hell, man.
He has a beautiful 1-2.
It's a beautiful 1-2. This is when, and we'll get to this in a second when he calls him a quitter. But just to know, this is when he stepped up on a week and a half's notice, flew across the Atlantic to America, into New York, with a back injury, and fought at the time a surging, undefeated, never like seen again version of Sergey, because now he's the ghost of Sergey Pavlovich, the corpse of Sergey Pavlovich, who was on a terrifying knockout streak, destroying every single opponent put in front of him on his way up to the top of the heavyweight division. Sorry, this is just when Tom Aspinall stepped in on a week and a half's notice with a back injury and slept him in the first round a minute into the round. My bad, guys. Just putting it out there.
I got to learn a lot about his patterns in his last fight. Beautiful 1-2.
So fight him then. For 30 million. But no, you turned it down. It's tough. It's tough, man.
That's really about it.
He landed low kicks, big knee to the body, head kick at heavyweight, spinning back kick landed. Not the best, but it landed, just all good.
Touch Cyril Gane.
He just couldn't touch Cyril Gane, guys.
Really about it. He couldn't touch Cyril Gane at all. That's the
We was never getting touched once. This is the type of energy this has. We was not touched. This is annoying as fuck to listen to, man. This is the worst timeline ever, man. Especially with Waldo getting eye poked and then catching fucking Ante Delija, who's Tom's teammate right after that. Fucking pissed me off, man. Jesus. Just couldn't touch Gane. Not 30-27 on strikes. No, don't be silly. Don't be silly, guys. No. Don't be crazy, guys. Not 30-27 on strikes. No, you just couldn't touch him. Didn't touch him once, guys. Just couldn't land on him at all.
The way I felt like Gane was just getting warmed up. Gane's hands was down. He was shaking his shoulders, bouncing around.
He was touching him. That jab
He busted him open. I think Tom was looking for a way out, and he took it. He needs to change his game plan.
Who's this fucking bitch at the end? I'm sorry, I didn't even realize this guy was in it. How are you in a room with Jon Jones and you're the gayest one there? Who the fuck is this guy at the end? Chiming in with this fucking bullshit, dude. I fucking hate. I bet he didn't even fucking watch the fight, dude. Just gives the little generic takes.
He was
touching him.
That jab
He busted him open.
Busted him open, dude. Nosebleed. But dude, didn't you see the massive open gash on Tom's face? I hate this picture to the side of it. I hate the whole layout of this that has 1.8 million views on Twitter. I hate it. Didn't you guys see the wide open gash on Tom's face? Wipe something over his mustache that's holding a lot of this blood on his face. That, by the way, in the middle of the fight, he thought was sweat. Wipe his mustache of blood. There's not a mark on him. It's not like Jones's face in the Gustafsson fight, where he's all mushed up and destroyed in the face. Not whatsoever. Wipe his mustache and get this bit of blood off of him. There's no cuts, no nothing. No breaks, no swelling. Busted him open, you guys. Just busted him wide open.
I think Tom was looking for a way out, and he took it. He needs to change his game plan.
So, get this fucking bitch off the... Who's this chiming in with his fucking dumb shit, man? Fucking hell. He's just looking for a way out, and he took it. World heavyweight champion. Flew across the world to fight Sergey Pavlovich on a week and a half's notice. He was just looking for a way out, and he took it. Okay? That's just what that... Dude, Garn was just destroying him so badly. I've watched the fight back like 50 times. Garn was just destroying him so fucking badly, you guys, that he just wanted out. This was a 10-8 in the making. That's the way these people are describing that first round, where Garn was up by a jab or two. By a jab or two. I've watched back the fight so many times. I don't count 30 strikes for Garn, by the way. To be fair, I don't count fucking 27 strikes for Tom. In all honesty, I count it like 16 for Garn, 14 for Tom. Or something like that, right? That's probably more reasonable in that fight in terms of what actually landed. They're acting like Garn was just fucking rattling off jabs on Tom's face. He landed like 4. Did you know that? I've watched it back so many times. Jabbed at the body a few times, left hand to the body, tap, tap. Then landed 2 good solid left hands on Tom. That was about it. An inside low kick on the back foot. I can see the whole fight in my head. I've watched it so many times. This was no 10-8 in the making. He just wanted out of there, dude. Pro fighter took a couple jabs. Just couldn't take it. Just couldn't take it, dude. Took a steamer of an overhand off Sergey. Slept him immediately afterwards. But, dude, that Garn jab. Garn's known for his one-punch knockout power, you guys. Tom couldn't take the power in Garn's hands. This fucking retard at the end, man. Anyway, there's this next bit. I even typed this in. You went to a split decision with one leg Thiago Santos. You took OSP and Smith 5 rounds. 5 rounds. Ovin St. Preux and Anthony Smith. Reyes clearly beat you. Heaven forbid Aspinall fails one takedown and gets outlanded in one round by 3 strikes. Regardless, if he's so overrated, and this is what it comes down to, why did you turn down $30 million to fight him? If this is just easy work, why did you take 10 mil to fight Stipe and turn down $30 million fucking dollars to fight Tom Aspinall? In a sport where fighters do not get that kind of fucking payday. You are not McGregor level Paul. You do not have the pay-per-view shares of Conor McGregor. It's why he has the top 5 most sold pay-per-views. And you don't have one of them. You are not of that level of stardom, yet you got that level of pay for the Tom Aspinall fight. When they called a bluff of a number that you put out there thinking they would not meet. You fought for 3 times less money against 42-year-old semi-retired Stipe Miocic. Instead of Tom Aspinall for 3 times the money. In the Stipe fight and whatever fight you come back to, even if it's Pereira, you will not make that. Why turn it down? Why are you so scared of the guy who's a one-trick pony? Easier. Get the easy work, because this is what Jon Jones was saying before.
Yeah, I could see
This is what Jones was planning on doing after the Stipe Miocic fight, by the way.
myself. I can see myself after this entertaining super fights only. You know, after this fight.
Like $30 million super fights, most you've ever made? Then hang on, let's hear what he thinks of super fights.
If we get a dominant performance, I'm prepared to vacate the heavyweight championship.
Wouldn't mind if this is how Jon was talking if he had signed a fight with Tom and Tom pulled out. But this is the same guy, by the way. With his little fucking red earrings in. The slurs that come to mind, guys. The F1, just to clear that up, Reddit. Before you fucking get onto me about that, you fucking gays.
And fight for fun. And I want to fight for fun. And I've had a big chip on my shoulder my whole career of having to defend. And you know, I don't necessarily want it to be over.
The same guy. Knowing that after this, Aspinall was next. I don't necessarily want it to be over, but
I just wanna fight for fun. You know, I think about one of my teammates, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. You know, he just fights. Win, lose, or draw, he just fights. And I would love to kind of experience that for the first time in my career. Just being like, not having this belt to try to protect, but just fighting guys that I stylistically want to fight against.
Hasn't fought once since this moment. Beat Stipe, as he said he would do. Who saw that one coming? Beat Stipe. And then let's not forget, lost round 2 to Stipe, where Stipe was busting him up, you guys, destroying him. I just want to be like Donald Cerrone, where he just fights. Win, lose, or draw. Just get some fights. Win, lose, or draw. Fights. Hasn't fought once since the Stipe fight. Not once.
You know, just random fights, you know, like, you know, Jamal Hill.
Same guy who did 30 million to fight this Tom Aspinall guy. I mean, give me 7 mil, 6 mil to fight Jamal Hill. Wasn't a champion at the time. I just super fight. I mean, come on, you guys. Remember, Alex Pereira knocked out Jamal Hill at UFC 300. Can you see this on the screen right now? You can. This was at UFC 309. A long time after. I think he also lost to Yuri in that space of time, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure it wasn't 9 pay-per-views later that Jamal Hill fought Yuri. I think he made a reasonably quick turnaround. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off on that. But still, guaranteed he'd lost to Alex Pereira by KO. Been KO'd by Alex Pereira. Not the champ at light heavyweight or anything. Not even like the champ that vacated in the midst or anything like that. Just give me Jamal Hill instead for fucking 6-5 million. Don't give me Tom Aspinall for 30. Same person.
Me and him meet up at 220 and see what
You just do it at 220.
happens. That'd be interesting to see. Let's just see what happens, you know. Or I'm at an interesting weight where I can fight light heavyweights or heavyweights.
Hasn't done either yet since the fight.
You know, Derek Lewis, the biggest knockout power.
Derek Lewis is a number 10 ranked guy. I think also was coming off losses at the time. The way... It's just like some real revisionist shit, man. And then even this. What was the next thing he was going off about with Tom Aspinall here? About quitting. This is what he was saying.
Tom, when Tom gets hurt, it's like he's like immediately incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
Got the word out in the end.
Immediately.
He shut down.
Immediately. Now, the Blades injury, in the UFC, the Blades injury goes into it with a knee injury. Throws a kick, loses his leg completely, can't walk for ages, has to relearn how to walk. I think he was out for 1.5 years. Can't walk. Goes over, oh God, the injury I had going into this has backfired. I'm probably never going to be able to walk again. Will I ever be able to fight again? That's the example. Other than that, there is no example bar him as an early 20-year-old on the regional scene getting tapped with a heel hook, which doesn't bode well for a future Walter Walker matchup, by the way. Let's see. But still. And then this, where he got eye poked in both eyes, couldn't see. And that's it. The fight's off. Just every time. Every time, you guys. If you don't know, the other loss was an illegal finish, which Jones also has on his record. But there's footage of Jones's one. However, they took down the footage of Tom's illegal shots because they weren't illegal, by the way. Something very interesting to note.
It's like, you poke my eye, and then he's like, immediately, there's no like...
He never tried to look. It was rag on the eye immediately.
Dude,
Who the fuck is this bitch?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Dude, I'm sick of... I don't know. I'm more angry at this other... Who's this? Listen, the Jon Jones video can wait. What's this? Chiming in off the side. Yeah, Jon, will you fuck me after this, please, if I say this? Fucking hell, man. Like, how are you in a room with Jones and you're the gayest one there? I don't know how that works, but there you go.
He never tried to look. It was rag on the eye immediately.
Dude, I was in this...
Rag on the eye immediately. So, Tom Aspinall, and this is the crazy thing. You guys didn't notice this when you rewatched the fight. But he didn't go, oh, fucking hell. Oh, can't see. He said can't see to himself. Fair enough. But he's blinking it out. He's waiting. There's time in the corner. They're waiting. He didn't immediately say, no, I can't continue like the second they spoke to him. Let's call this off. There was a lot of waiting time. Get me a cloth. Let me try and dab at my eye. And he even said afterwards it was getting worse and worse as he was in the corner. He couldn't see for days after the event. And this guy's saying straight away, dab on the eye. So apparently Tom Aspinall, you may not have noticed this, immediately pulled this rag out of his shorts. The second gun hit him with the eye poke, and it was immediate stuff, you guys. Okay?
Like,
He never tried to look. It was rag on the eye immediately.
dude,
Yeah, he never tried to look, dude. Rag on the eye immediately. Ripped his shorts. He just ripped a chunk off his shorts immediately. Got it there. Immediately, guys. There was no doctor that came in. We need a doctor in here to check his eyes. Can they bring in a rag or something that he can dab it with? No, immediately. Second gun's eye's fingers left his eyeball and finished gouging into the eyelid that was closed into his eyeball. Immediately, the rag was there, guys. Immediately.
Yeah.
the silliest looking cat on national TV just
Trying. He didn't try.
trying.
Didn't try. He didn't try. Yeah. He didn't even try. The silliest looking cat on live TV. Now, Jon Jones. Perfect example of this. I've seen you on live television a couple of times, Jon. I've seen you on live television doing this. Officer Nerd, a black man can't drink. Smashing his head into a police car. I've seen you crying in a jumpsuit as a father of 3. Crying tears in a jumpsuit with cuffed hands behind your back at court. But Tom's the silliest cat on live television, dude. He couldn't compete after he got his eyes gouged. That's crazy. Silliest cat I've ever seen on live TV. I've seen you in cuffs crying. Officer Nerd, what a black man can't drink. And smashing your head into a police car, crying your eyes out in your mid-30s as a father of 3 with a wife at home. We're not getting to the other stuff that you've done. I don't know if it made it on live TV, but we've seen some footage, Jon, that I think would make you a sillier cat than Tom Aspinall, in my opinion. But fair enough.
He didn't try.
Same thing with Curtis Blaze. When he hurt his knee, there was no limping. There was no trying to get up. It was just like immediately,
Yep.
burn my village. I can't go on. Like,
He doesn't have the dog in him. Yeah, that killer.
This fucking bitch! I fucking hate this guy on the right more than anything, dude. He just doesn't have that dog in him, dude. He fought Sergey Pavlovich on a week and a half's note. Sergey at the time, guys. I know the version of him that has been left. I know the ghost of Pavlovich that remains in this division is not the same. But the guy he was on even you may have remembered Jones calling out Derek Lewis as a matchup. What this Sergey was doing to these guys. What he did, if you want to talk about what I did to Garn compared to what Tom did to Garn, what Pavlovich did to Tuivasa compared to what Garn did to Tuivasa. Okay? Before the Aspinall matchup. What Pavlovich did to Blades. What Pavlovich did to Derek Lewis. Compared to what Garn did to Derek Lewis. The guy on the come up was a fucking menace. And the guy that took him on Aspinall was woke up. Now, let me set the tone because I'm really losing my mind with this fucking shit. I feel like I have to do this. These are getting millions of views and everyone's like, yeah, cook him, Jon. Oh, God. Tom gets a call in the middle of the night. He's got a back injury, okay? He gets a call in the middle of the night. You want to fight Sergey Pavlovich at MSG? Yes. Gets a flight to MSG with a back injury. Knocks him out in a fucking minute. On the feet with Sergey Pavlovich. But guys, he just don't have that dog in him. Because he was pre-injured in the Blades fight. Knew he had something wrong with his leg. Finally, disaster strikes. There's a hair curling into my fucking mouth. Finally, disaster strikes on his leg that he's known about for a long time. Ruptures, he can't walk for a year and a half.
Be killed.
Immediately quits.
Yeah.
When he got tapped out with an ankle lock, there was no trying to fight his hands. There were no trying to. He immediately quit.
You see the pattern of it.
Immediately.
Yeah. And I noticed the profile pic change.
And he goes on to troll him about the eye poke and the profile picture change. Guys, Jones would never fight someone who's known for quitting. He just needed that Anthony Smith title defense, guys. This is what... I know he had double-digit losses. But, guys, he needed to take on Lionheart for legacy. Okay, I know Thiago Santos, tore it in the fight and, took a funny step on it and then kept fighting. So much so on one leg to take Jones to a fucking split decision, by the way. In that fight. Split decision with Jones. In that fight that he had with Thiago Santos. A guy who, before that fight, had been knocked out by David Branch at middleweight. But listen, guys, you got losses on your record where you've been subbed, let's say. Or you've been injured in a Curtis Blades fight. I knew it. That's why I didn't fight the guy. I just knew he was a quitter, you guys. It's embarrassing shit. It's embarrassing shit. But this is what we have to deal with, dude. This is what we have to deal with. Imagine if Tom actually lost. I'd be having a meltdown in these videos. And now he's begging for Dana White's forgiveness in a way that someone would beg an ex to get back with them after a breakup.
I think my most immediate goal is to try to be on the White House card.
Okay.
And
you talking to Dana? How's he feeling?
I'm giving Dana his space. Dana.
The slurs that... Slur, I should say. Let me stop saying there's many. Fucking hell. He's creative. He's a little foofy. He, plays for the other side. He's switching governments, He's a backwards mechanic. I just feel like this guy's a fruit, man. And it annoys me to listen to this gobbledygook.
I think my most immediate goal is to try to be on the White House card.
Okay.
Ain't happening, buddy. We'd have to teach Ivanka Trump some fucking defense lessons. Self-defense, at least. Okay? There's no chance, dude. There's absolutely no chance. But there is, and it will happen to spite me. I feel like if I didn't rally behind Tom, we wouldn't have had this conundrum. Is anyone... Is that hurt to say out loud? Is that real or not? If I just never rallied behind Tom, we would never be in this situation.
And
you talking to Dana? How's he feeling?
I'm giving Dana his space. Dana has changed my life.
He needs his space, you guys. He just needs space right now to blow off some steam.
Dana has changed my life.
Yes, he
has changed my life. He's changed my children's lives.
Yeah.
Any other life-changing events that your children might have had to go through when they're to ring the police on their own dad? Or I don't know any other life-changing events. But fair enough to Dana.
Forever grateful to him. And we had a verbal agreement that didn't go over well.
Why did that not happen, Jon? Did you call him in the middle of the night and say that you don't want to fight Tom after verbally agreeing it to him when you stormed off the Nelt Boys pod drunk? Because they asked you about Tom Aspinall? Is that what happened, Jon? You guys verbally agreed to $30 million over the phone? Had a Nelk pod. Timelines do match up ish by a day. Maybe this is what happened. Maybe it's not. It's 50-50. It's genuinely 50-50 based on the timing. Had a Nelk Boys pod. Got drunk around the Nelk Boys. They asked you about Tom Aspinall. You stormed off the interview because you are sick of hearing his name. Called Dana after verbally agreeing to him the night before and said you don't want to fight Tom. Sorry that I verbally agreed it yesterday for 30 million. I actually don't want to fight him. Is that how it happened, John? Is that why the verbal agreement just didn't go over?
Oh, nothing was finalized. I do admit guilt.
Nothing was finalized, you guys.
Nothing was finalized. I do admit guilt. Not guilt, but I was wrong.
You'll make it right.
And this guy chimes in to make sure John don't feel bad about himself. He's literally admitting guilt. I was wrong. Like, I'm the reason that fight didn't happen. And I was wrong for doing it. I was wrong the way I handled that whole thing while ducking Tom for my life. And I think it's a really compelling matchup. And I think now, if you were just to run it now, he would be a favorite. He would be a slight favorite. But man, fight someone your size or bigger that's well-rounded. Please. Please. With a knockout threat. It's a challenge these guys have to go through. We got Ilya, who's going to be looking to fight Makhachev at 170. We got Makhachev moving up to fight JDM in his prime. In his prime. Adesanya moves up to fight Blachowicz. Knockout threat, bigger than him. Can grapple, well-rounded. John just won't do it, ever, while PED failures continue to amount.
But I was wrong.
You'll make it right at the White House.
The way things went down, I was wrong. And I wish that I could see him face-to-face and just apologize to him. And
I just got to see him face-to-face and apologize to him, you guys.
And so that we can let bygones be bygones and get back to making some major money for the sport and really entertaining these fans. When he's feeling me, I think I'm one of his favorite fighters. Yeah. When he's not feeling me, I'm probably the reason why he has a bald head.
Yeah, that's probably why you are.
When he's feeling him, coded language, guy. Listen, we know he's gay, but like, just now listening to some of this stuff when he says it, it's just. When he's feeling me, I'm one of his favorite guys. But when he's not feeling me, I'm only the reason for his bald head, you guys. But when Dana White's feeling Jon Jones, he's his favorite, you guys. I remember Dana White was the number one wanked fighter on the roster. Little Freudian slip there from Dana White. When he's feeling me, I'm his favorite guy. All right? This shit fucking... Don't let him on the fucking White House card, dude. Even here, he's begging for it as well with the schmo. Let me let this one play.
Can't wait to see you compete the White House. Can't wait to see it.
I know. I really hope it happens. Dana, bro, please, bro. Please, I'm training. I feel...
Please, bro, please. Don't do it! Let me run the UFC before this White House card happens, and I'm not allowing him in. But it would be massive, you know. I kind of do want Pereira versus Jones, because we want anything we can get at this point, right? The begging is crazy after the ducking for years.
Great, I'm healthy, and I would be so honored to represent our country and do what I do best.
Do what I do best. He's going to beat up Ivanka, snort cocaine in the bathroom. You guys said it was called the White House. I can't do a bit of fucking cocaine here. Get arrested, cry, and then test positive for PEDs at the station. This is what he does. But listen, Jones is just there to do what he does best, you guys. That's the routine. Gets to the White House. Hello, Jon Jones. I'm the first lady. Get out my face. I'm getting out of here. Goes to the toilet. Why aren't you, Officer Nerd? Cries, gets tested positive in a station. It's going to unfold. He does what he does best, dude. I'd be so honored to represent our country. If Jon Jones represents America, that place deserves to rot. Fuck, this whole thing's annoying. I was even going to include this of him putting the fucking eye patch on the horse or some shit as well. I'm surprised he didn't have the pink cowboy get up, to be honest with you, but there you go. Fucking hell, man. Can you imagine how unbearable this would be if Tom actually lost? Tom... The low kicks work when Garn switches stance and goes out and goes orthodox. The low kicks on that left leg really work well. Okay? They really work well. They were really good. I need you to not do as many 1-2s, okay? Every time you throw a kick off your rear side, Tom, when you throw the... I'm just spitting some game here to make sure the rematch goes nice and clean. When you throw that knee off the rear side or that body kick off the rear side, Garn hunches over into that side and like circles away. Circles to his right. Circles to his right. What I need you to do, Tom, if you catch him orthodox, you slam that kick on the lead leg. Okay? Couple feint. Bang. Bang. Slam that lead low kick. Okay? We don't even need takedowns the second time round. Then, when he switches back, throw something heavy or feint something heavy to that burping, to that side of him where he hunches over into it and circles away. I need you to feint or throw it and immediately tuck in a left hook. Wide left hook. And we're going to put this guy down for good in the rematch, okay, buddy? Whenever that gets booked, we're going to make this right. Because I'm sick of the outcry on a fight he didn't even fucking lose. Because it makes me think, what would they be saying if he actually lost? He's just a family man. He's just a family man. There's not even that much shit talking. Doesn't big himself up too much to a fucking fault, in my opinion. I think DC in his prime would beat me. He's too likable. If anything's wrong with him. Just needs to be trashed by the whole community, you know? We're going to make this right, okay? In January or something, we'll make this right. See you later, guys. Goodbye.